There we go. And
So
2 runners starting from Link's house. We get a big 20 in Link's house, and it looked like a hook shot at Sanctuary.
That is a really good item to get early because it can definitely speed up your early game traveling, basically.
So the OK guy got that hook shot and decided immediately to change his position, instead heading to the south end of the grove.
Yeah.
Ostensibly to pick up bombs.
Yeah, and we see that the tier 1 triple is 20 rupees a day, so that is a valuable strategy to farm rupees for sword and stuff like that.
Alright. Plenty of rupees available all day, every day.
And there we have the single arrow of destiny from our uncle.
Well, at least now we know where it is.
Yeah, we can now kill Ganon. All it takes is that one. All it takes is that one arrow.
Alright. 2 more runners picking up the hookshot in Sanctuary. Relkin deciding to go elsewhere. It looks like we might have a early Eastern play.
Yeah, that or he's buying bombs so he can go down to south. So we're gonna have to see where it goes after this.
I didn't see precisely what the OK guy found at the race game, but he does seem to be interested in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jelkin is running up to Eastern. I'm gonna run over to Shazla's closet, and then we'll see how much he decides to do in Eastern Palace. But that is the boots in the drop down.
Whoa! So that's gonna be pretty great there. The OK guy picking up a bottle, it turns out, at the race game. But what did you see?
That was the Moon Pearl on Lumberjack.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, wow. That was a long time ago since I last saw that.
Okay. So it's gonna be one of those races, huh?
Apparently. And at the same time as that was happening, Relkin found the Cane of Somalia in Shazla's closet, and OK Guy found our first bottle on race game, and that is glove from Sikid.
Yep. So it's a very good idea that he went and grabbed that. Link Force going to go ahead and grab those boots in the Lost Woods, while Relkin's going to take a dip into Eastern Palace. Voosh, by the way, checking out Blind's Hut, the most item-dense location we have available at the moment. Well, that and the well.
So right now, only Link Force have say... Oh, nice.
Fire Rod! And a piece of heart.
Okay, early game is jam-packed today.
And just a single rupee in the north side. Hey, there's a flute for the OK guy. And a hammer. And 10 arrows. So we got a hammer and a glove. Unfortunately, that third piece of the puzzle, the Moon Pearl, is a little bit out of reach at the moment.
Yeah, and at this point, Link Force is the only one who knows about it. So we are gonna see him probably do a very, very early Aga one. As soon as he got one sword and the cape, or got both the sword and the lamp, he's gonna head off there immediately.
I mean, with the fire rod in hand, it's actually reasonable to do Aga Tower without the lamp.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially knowing that the Moon Pearl is where it is.
Oh, and the cape is fire-locked in the Tower of Hera, according to that hint.
Well, that could be important. So, here in a second, when Link Force activates his flute, I may have a thing prepared.
Alright.
Everybody, please rise. You ever had the time to make up words that rhyme, to match up with these lines played by the flute? Well, let me tell you then, it can be quite absurd when your brain, like a chicken, has flown the coop.
A small tear. That was beautiful.
All right.
Ooh, and
Now we're back
Welkin
underway.
Yeah, Welkin taking a death in the dark rooms of Easton.
All right, well, Relkin finally finds that hook shot.
Actually, looking at the items that we
Whoa!
see.
The other glove is in the library.
Oh, wow. Alright. So basically, we are super teased about the Dark World at the moment.
Alright, looks like the OK guy might be going to check the lumberjack as well, so he's gonna get that information.
Yeah, and it's a very good information for him currently. And it looks like Relkin is also gonna check. So right now, only Whoosh is the one who doesn't know about it.
So Voosh is going to go ahead and do the sick kid turn in, which is going to turn out pretty well for him. Now, I think the OK guy just didn't even look in the library. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Okay, with international creeper strats. Alright, he's going to the library.
Yeah. Same time, we see that Link Force is gonna go ahead and do Sick Kid immediately as well. Or not. Nope, he's floating to free.
Alright, so at this point, I kind of expect a check on the back of Escape and the King's Tomb situation. Interestingly enough, I did not realize you could spin speed off the stairs in Sanctuary. Apparently, you can. That's what the OK guy did. Well, he did hookshot speed, but same kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess every step counts. It already feels like we have gone so much, and we have barely seen anything of this seed so far.
Alright, so the OK guy is just going to go ahead and head directly to Death Mountain. With that hookshot in hand, that does seem like a reasonable play, especially knowing that you're going to have to do AGA and you do not have the access for it yet. Heading to the very item-dense locations might be the play here.
Yeah, absolutely. However, right now, only Relkin have gotten the hint about the cape in Hera. So I can expect that the others might do other stuff until they have received that hint, or they just go up and try it, because Hera is still a pendant today.
It is the green pendant, which is somewhat useful, but we'll see. Alright, the OK guy makes it out of the dark room just fine. Link Force has decided to head into Desert. With the book in hand, that is a reasonable play.
Yeah, he has everything needed to clear it, look at his inventory, so definitely understandable why he decides to head in.
The OK guy deciding to check Spectacle Rock Cave before heading in. That's just some bombs. We have a big key on the top of the torch, and thanks a lot, hint. we already knew that.
Thank you so much. Oh, the OK guy jumping down and landing on the dead rock, killing him.
Yeah, that's what dead rocks do. Luckily, after rescuing the old man, it's a very quick trip back.
Yeah. Okay, time for Kingstomb on Whoosh.
Yeah, I believe the OK guy checked this earlier. I think it was just like bombs. Yeah. We're getting Paradox Cave from the OK guy, and the right side of Desert from Link Force. We're gonna get the back of Escape from Voosh, which is something we haven't seen yet. Alright, so both of the items in Desert turn out to be full heart container.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a bug net and a lamp in the back of Escape.
That is handy. So we only need either 2 swords or 1 sword and cape to make it to Agadan.
It does look like Paradox Cave is pretty devoid of anything.
That's sad. It usually has at least something. But considering with how much we already found, I'm not surprised.
Also, speaking of full hearts in Desert, there's another one on the ledge. And blue mail in the Dark Cross room.
And a piece of heart on the floating island.
The OK guy now heading through Spiral Cave, while Link Force is making his way to the back of Desert. Relkin gonna check the sick kid, get that Titan's Mitt.
And looks like Whoosh is gonna do some fake powder.
Aha!
And the Super Bunny Cave from the OK guy.
Alright, little sequence breaks all over the place here.
Bad kid. Hey, you already sang. I got a song too then. I don't want to be
absolutely. You do what you need to do. Alright, so Link Force doing the Landmo fight.
Looks like OK guys tries to get past the beetle there. He has only one heart, so I can kind of understand why he's a bit scared there. But yeah, the first crystal goes to Link Force today.
Alright, so nothing really super useful in Super Bunny Cave. We will see the OK guy go ahead and check the requirement for Turtle Rock's medallion.
And we have another green goo.
Alright, looks like we had Ether Medallion, and I think I saw pendants at Skullwoods and Mire?
Yeah, it was either the pendant or was a 5-6 crystal. I didn't quite see. At least other 5-6 crystal was over in Pod. It was a 5-6 crystal over at Mire.
Maybe it was Ice that had the last pendant? I couldn't tell for sure. There was a little bit of interference there.
Yeah. We see now Yelkin also making his way through Dark Mountain. He knows about the cape, so that's probably why he have headed over.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, we still need a sword of some kind to get to Aghanim.
I did see an bet that Green Pennon will give us the sword today. It would be quite fun.
That absolutely could be a thing.
And we also learned that the hint in Spectacle Rock was that someone friendly holds rupees for us. And it looked like Link Force is gonna do some fake flippering. No, he's gonna do some water walks.
All right. That is certainly faster than fake flippering. Though if you really want that ledge item, you're going to have some issues. Now, Zora himself is in logic. The rest of this is a little bit of a sequence break.
We're also going to see what the fairy gives us today. Ooh, some
Free
blue. Some free blueberry soup for us today. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Link Force is actually short money for King Zora, so the one thing that is in logic he can't actually get.
That's quite ironic, if you ask me.
Yeah, we need to get somebody probably needs to go do the Chris Houlihan room at this rate.
Yeah. Or just do a bunch of 3-1 triples, or you can go to the rock on the way to desert and just go in and out of that one for a few times.
Hey, sword on Hobo. Interesting. That's an out of logic sword, but that's not going to stop our runners from going to get that moon pearl, I'm sure.
No, absolutely.
Now, what is going to stop them is lack of cape or second sword.
Yeah.
Relkin will probably be going to get that cape as soon as possible. What if the other item in Hera is a sword?
Ooh, I like it. Yeah, he's gonna go and check Ether Tablet as well before heading in.
The shovel. Okay, shovel on the Ether Tablet, which means, it's not necessarily going to give us a sword, but we'll definitely have a second sword before that's a thing.
Well, I can certainly dig this seed. This seed is amazing.
Alright, big key in the cage, the basement cage. And what do we have in the back chest here of Hera? Some bombs and a compass in the western wing of Swamp Palace. That means left side swamp is Garbo. And that is just a piece of heart. So we now know where both items are in Hera.
Yeah.
Alright, Link Force manages to grab those items in the back of Escape. Now, interestingly enough, no one has checked the front of Escape yet.
No, you should save that one for when you're gonna do AGA 1. And since these runners know that AGA 1 is required, you can easily route that in when doing that. We're gonna see Link Force head over there and probably hoping to find either the cape or the sword in there.
So Relkin actually had picked up the small key already. At this point, at that point, it would have been known, because the cape is the last item, that the big chest there would have only been map or compass. Speaking of map, there's the ever so useless map of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, not even in Key Sanity, where maps have a little bit more views, it's worthless. And just a heart container for the mushroom turn-in.
Alright, green pendant acquired for Relkin. We'll see if he decides to head to... Hey, another sword in the front of Escape, so that cape is not going to turn out to be required.
Well, not yet.
I mean, it could be logically required. Because that's the first sword that actually is in Logic, whereas the other sword was on Hobo, which is not in Logic.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking more in the terms of
it might be needed for Bumper Cave. Yeah.
Link Force has to be a little bit careful here.
Ice Rod in Zelda Cell, that is a huge find.
And that is so dirty.
I imagine that was an intentional death, as Link Force is now going to head through Agate Tower. Though he is going to go for the Dark Cross Room first. That's going to get him the blue mail, as we know.
Yeah, he do know that the sword he currently have is out of sequence, so maybe he looks if the sword is there.
And Relkin has picked up the cape, but has yet to pick up any swords. Though if he decides to go to Hyrule Castle after this, he'll pick one up.
Yeah.
Though it looks like he's going to go ahead and do...
Spiral.
Yeah, Spiral Cave, and perhaps Super Bunny Cave.
Can you tell our watchers how you exactly activate that fake bunny state?
So the idea with the Super Bunny state is when you change certain areas, if you are in a current, if you're doing a certain action at a given time, the routine that tells it to put you back in a bunny state doesn't finish. And so, like, when you fall down a hole inside a cave, you just get all your linked moves back. There's another way to activate Super Bunny where you use the mirror on the frame you enter an entrance, and that causes the check to fail, and you get to keep all your link movements and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I only knew about the first one, so thank you for giving that one as well.
Anyway, Link Force now heading up Agate Tower. He does have the lamp, so that's not going to be a problem with the visibility. And of course, we know that Moon Pearl is on the Lumberjack Cave, so everybody is going to have to do this dungeon at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Although, for what it looks like in Logic right now, they're only supposed to have one sword, because we have not found any other sword at any other location that is open for us. Well, except for Sora, but we simply don't have the money for that.
Alright, the OK guy now dealing with Lanmo with the hammer strats this time.
Yeah, the hammer strat is actually a little bit hard, considering that the hitbox is quite small, and if on the last worm, there are even more stones coming out, so you have even less space to be standing.
Yeah, you got to be very precise with where you stand if you want to be able to hit with the hammer and not get, summarily wrecked.
Oh, thank you, game.
What did that hint say?
Unique item in the sewers.
Yeah. Yep,
It's gonna have
that's
to be the
true.
lamp.
Yeah. Or it could be the bug net.
I'm going to treat it as it's the lamp right now, which would be the worst, considering that you didn't need it to be able to do this logic.
Yeah, it'd be awful hard to read that hint without it.
Although we have seen a lot of those types of hints as well.
Now, interestingly enough, we have the fire rod, the ice rod, the cane of Samaria, the hammer, and the Titan's mitts. But we don't have the ether medallion. So that prediction about the medallion being the problem item you had earlier today, that might actually come true.
Yeah, I am trying to curse our runners today because last time I did a commentary, I was like the blessing, and it felt weird. I am usually one who curses the runners, so I'm trying to get back into the swing. So,
Well, all right then. Okay, Voosh facing off against Moldorm, Link Force going up against Aga. How many unfortunate blue projectiles will we have today?
3.
3, you say? That is the safe bet.
Which is why I'm doing it. Alright, only orange so far?
Alright, there's one.
1 blue ball. Ha 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 ha.
Ah, ah, ah.
Okay, you have a better laugh. You do it.
Nah, it's alright. I just occasionally want to do my count impression. Anyway, that is 2. And 1 more in this cycle. This will make the difference between 2 and 3. What is it? It's 3. Congratulations, Angels.
Thank you. There we go. Agamon is defeated. We're gonna see Whoosh getting that sword soon. And Whoosh have not been in the basement yet, which is definitely gonna regret later.
Well, he has the blue mail, so...
Yeah, he have been in lacrosse.
And according to the tracker, he's got the lamp, but, I don't know.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the cape.
Oh, he hasn't been to Hera basement. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's gonna feel bad about that one.
Alright, Link Force checking Bonk Rocks now and gonna go get the Moon Pearl. He will be the first runner to achieve Dark World access on our stream at 29 or so minutes.
And there we go, 2903.
Alright, 2903. And Link Force finally gets that Dark World access. I imagine we're headed there rather shortly. Interestingly enough, Link Force going for the Death Mountain plane now. He is one of the few runners who has not been here yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, yet another fake powder, this time from Relkin.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know it's just a big 20, but it is always interesting to see somebody pull this trick.
Hey, we have had a tournament win in the Randomizer League because of the fake powder, so you definitely take what you can.
One of the major tournaments had a bracket spot decided because one runner decided to fake powder.
Ooh. Here we go, the OK guy has his cape.
Alright, Link Force gonna go ahead and head through the rest of Paradox Cave. I'm not sure what the OK guy is trying to do here. I mean, considering he's beat the dungeon already, and I know he's already been through Spiral Cave and various other places. Oh, he's gonna check the tablet.
Yeah. Nice spin speed there. Ooh, we might have Spike Cave.
Well, it's gonna be difficult for him to use the hammer without the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, I think he just realized it. Okay, then better run to Area 1 then.
Alright, so the OK guy does know that he now has access to Aga 1, though he also knows that it's not logical. Oh, he hasn't even been to the Uncle's Tunnel, which, let's be fair, pretty good call if you're to save this for when you have to come here.
Yep.
Oh, did you see the boomerang dash? That was great.
Was it on the OK guys?
Yeah.
I missed it, unfortunately. Can someone clip it for me, please, in the chat so I can see it?
Alright, so the OK guy is going to go ahead and check the basement. That's going to get him access to that sword. And at that point, he'll know that he has logical access to Ag.
Yep.
Alright, Link Force, because he actually had the Master Sword coming up here, he was able to get that shovel off the tablet. Right. Voosh is doing the Houlihan room. So we might see a Zora check soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah, Wish
Relkin
did
will
skip.
be getting his first sword.
Yeah. And we did see that Wish did skip that Hera basement, so not too surprised to see him going to Zora. I'm thinking that is probably where my progression is. We see Relkin now heading over to the castle.
Right, so he will also pick up a second sword. And we'll get to see our very first Zora check. Let's see what sort of ripoff we have today.
Okay, we're gonna see if someone ordered a can of scams or a can of progression.
So it's not strange to... Yeah, it's a definite scam. It's not strange to not check the waterfall if you don't have the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have water walking activated from someone else. If you have the Moon Pearl, you can just walk in and out of Waterfall Cave and the water walking stage activates. Yeah, green pendant obtained by Link Force.
It is a good question why Link Force is going for Hera there, and he didn't even bother going for the cape. That would have been my guess. But considering everyone else has been up here, I don't even know. Anyways, Ice Rod acquired by Relkin. That means everyone has the Ice Rod. I can't imagine a scenario in which the OK guy doesn't have the Fire Rod.
Ooh, and we see that Whoosh is sending back to Hera now. I imagine he's gonna kick himself once he sees what's in that chest.
Alright, Relkin, the second of our runners to actually enter Aghanim's tower. The OK guy will be following relatively shortly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Link Force does have one major advantage in that he will be able to check Hookshot Cave while he's up here, as well as Spike Cave if he so desires, though it's not in logic. But I believe he has some blue goo that he can put to good use.
Yeah, as always later he tried to catch Fairy but couldn't because of that blue goo. But yeah, it is kind in logic because the game expected you to have the cape at this point.
That is true. So, like, with all the items we have, we know that the game could expect you to go to Spike Cave.
Okay, I quite like what one guy in the chat said here. Put mirror on shovel and Whoosh had to climb the Death Mountain 40 times.
Yeah, there is that. Alright, Hookshot Cave for Link Force. Let's see what we've got. Big 20. A second shield. 300 rupees. And 5 rupees. So, also nothing great in Hookshot Cave. And I think Link Force is going to go ahead and head for Spike Cave.
Yeah, the mountain has been quite dead for us today.
Yeah, outside of the cape, it's basically been nothing.
Yeah. Well, maybe that is why
And
it's
the
called
shovel.
Death Mountain. Oh, nice speed there from Yelking.
And it's Aga time for Relkin. We know this is a 3 blue ball fight, and the OK guy is following right behind him. It's a very close run. Voosh also now in Aga Tower. Just a piece of heart in Spike Cave, so good lord, Death Mountain is Garbo.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is kind of weird considering how many checks there is actually up there.
Link Force checking King soon. We know this would be a 3-pack of bombs. I imagine the next thing Link Force will do is head to one of the Dark World locations. Yep, fluting to 3, and it's time to begin the Dark World proper chase. You know, only 10 minutes after he actually got Dark World access.
Well, he did went to Dark Death Mountain. Do not count that.
There is that. That is true. Right, big 20 on the pyramid. I'm sure that was checked earlier. I just didn't remember it.
Yeah, Link Force did check that. Ooh, we have Here's so okay guy doing a bit of cool bug net dash to knock back one of the balls.
Nice. I actually find it way easier to actually get a hit if you're using bug net strats if you do the dash than if you don't.
Yeah.
Alright, Link Force entering Thieves Town. We do have basically everything we could possibly want for this dungeon. We've got the hammer to get the big chest. We've got a second shield to block fire. All sorts of things. And there's that small key which will grant us access to that big chest.
We do see Relking heading back up the mountain as well. So he's also want to knock out all of the remaining sects in here. And there's half magic for Link.
And we've got a vanilla big key, so 3 items left in Thieves Town. And there's the floating bunny sprite.
It looks like okay guy tried to do hula hand on Lumberjack.
I'm not entirely certain that works because the approach going up is actually stairs, so you don't really get knocked back.
Okay, the Master Shovel for Jelking. And okay guy is heading to Hype Cave.
No, Voosh did not check Lumberjack Cave, so he doesn't know precisely where this Moon Pearl is, though he should be able to figure it out pretty soon, I imagine.
Yeah, he's basically been everywhere. There's only that one left.
Oh, the OK guy just checked Hype Cave, and I did not see a blame thing.
Yeah, me neither. I was trying to see where Woosh was gonna go.
Flippers apparently were there in Hype Cave.
Ooh, that's nice.
So that puts that second sword in logic.
Yep.
And 300 rupees on Stumpy, as it looks like the OK guy is going to go to the digging.
And it looks like Woosh is retracing his steps.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't want to do in the randomizer.
Oh, I think he might have figured it out.
He might have.
Sanctuary, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Piece of heart at the digging game, as is tradition. And just bombs in the big chest of Thieves Town, so nothing to write home about there. There we go, Voosh heading into the Lumberjack Cave. Going to acquire that Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
And there we go. The OK guy picking up the magical boomerang in a semi-vanilla location, actually.
Yeah.
That is where you end up picking it up when you run the 100% category of this game. That is not the only place to get a magical boomerang in the vanilla game, but it is one of them.
Okay, blind for the Link Force. and he was not able to follow the script. But he got it nonetheless.
And just 20 rupees, that does it for Thieves Town. So we are still looking for those medallions to get into Mire and Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
We also don't even know what medallion is required for Mire. Speaking of, Relkin is going to go ahead and head over to Misery Mire.
And we do see here that Skullwoods and Ice Palace is our pendants as well.
Looked like Quake to me, but I barely saw it.
Yeah, I was looking elsewhere. Ooh, silvers. And
Speaking of,
Quake.
the key under the mat, as always.
Yeah, very, very nice find for Relking.
Oh, apparently the silvers were also there.
Yep.
Alright, so Relkin will be able to complete the entirety of Misery Mire here. So, though, if I were in Relkin's shoes, I would want to find a bow in here real bad.
Yeah, that or tempered, because if you do find tempered, but you can just do the spins against Victorious eye, and it is pretty quick as well. That.
Yeah, with the cape, another thing you can do is just... So, there's cape dashes. The other thing I like to do with the cape is just turn it on and just slash like a madman. Mainly because when you're slashing, it doesn't really drain your magic, so you get a lot more use out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because of how many actions happen at the same time when that's happening, it does slow down the magic meter.
Alright, so we did get the big key on the bridge there, so we could have just hovered right to Vitreous.
Yeah. Although,
And by I mean whoever's good.
Andy.
Yeah. There are plenty of people who are capable of doing it.
Yeah, but I think Andy kind of got famous for it because of that DDQ run.
Yep, there is that. Alright. Relkin now heading to the left side of Misery Mire, which tends to have some real garbage situation, but who knows. How about not garbage?
Well, that was a blessing from me, I guess.
One tempered sword coming right up.
We are gonna see Link Force gonna head up to Catfish.
I mean, it was really Angel who said tempered sword, so he's the one who blessed the runners here. I said bow, which, to be fair, bow could still be here.
Yep. Yeah, we're still looking for one more item in here. Ooh, I quite like this from Relking. He's gonna fake powder the anti-fairy.
Ooh. That is absolutely a way of doing things. Just a big 20 at the Catfish, and that's gonna do it for that section of the world. As the OK guy is gonna go turn in the blacksmith, or never mind, he's gonna go take the blacksmith on a world tour.
He's gonna. It looks like he's gonna take him over to Catfish.
Seems like a plan.
Or nope. He's gonna take Bumpy Ledge.
Yeah, that is a good call considering the cape is in your possession. Ah!
Oh! And
there's the bow!
Can he enter because of Smith? No, he can't.
He cannot. It's a connector. Will not let him do it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Link Force, having not acquired the cape when he went to Hera, that's gonna be a real problem.
Yeah. He's gonna get a hint in here though, probably. Yeah, for you guys coming in a little bit late here, Cape was in Tower of Hera basement. And the Link Force and Whoosh did not sec them either. They basically did a little bit of fake flipping over to a hobo to get that second sword.
Alright, Relkin is now in Misery Mire and is going to be able to finish it heading through toward Vitreous. We'll see what we can deal with over here. Tempered Sword now being much easier for that fight.
I should really learn how to do the crazy magic down in Misery Mire. I should learn that at some point.
Yeah, so the idea is so the first thing you do is when you flute to 6, you actually go under the rock and lift it so that the duck will be off screen at a certain location, because that duck location helps set it up. And then the next thing you do is when you drop the cane block on the switch, before you drop it, you kick up some dust with the boots so that the cane block doesn't overwrite that value. And then when you fire the fire rod in the upcoming rooms, it will treat the splash damage as if it is like so many tiles up, and that is how you will hit the other switches that way.
Yeah, and while we're explaining that, Relkin have finished off Victorious. Yeah, Whoosh also doing the world tour for the Yamamaya.
We're being told that Relkin actually finished off Vitreous without killing the rest of the eyes.
Oh, okay. That was probably why it went so fast.
Yeah, he just stood in the center and just mashed the slash until Big Vitreous died.
That's nice. Okay, dig spots. Nope.
More like dig 20. And Relkin looks like a swamp play might happen. Or, well, no, he's heading to Hype Cave, but if he gets the flippers, a swamp play might happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Link Force is going to head for Misery Mire, it looks like.
Okay, guys seem to have a little bit of a party.
Mirror. I'm a dumb.
Go Link Force has his silvers and Quake, so we're gonna assume he's gonna head into Misery Mire as well. And the Whoosh is now gonna pick up his sword.
Alright, so the OK guy is now heading with the bow in hand to deal with Eastern Palace. Apparently, this is his first trip into Eastern.
Yeah, no surprise. He did not. We have not seen the hint in here telling us about the cape. So, and he did the fake flipper to get his Dark Order.
All right. So Relkin now clearing out the west side of Dark World. Whoosh. Looks like an Ice Palace play?
Ooh, I like it.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Ice Palace, of course, is a pendant, so this is not a requirement, but you can get some pretty good information in here with those hints.
Yeah.
Being told there that the graveyard ledge is completely useless, so that might be a little help.
Yeah, that's the one. And they do have the means of finishing it, so we still don't know what Pedestal has.
Alright, well there's the big key of ice.
That's nice for routing.
And Link Force picking up that sword. And he's gonna go ahead and skip the vanilla big key chest for now. Meanwhile, the OK guy gonna go finish off Armos, which will be the first we've gotten to see of that.
Yeah. Fortunately, he doesn't have silver, so he's gonna have to use basically nearly all of his arrows for that fight. At the same time, we see Rail King dipping into Sieve Town, Link Force finishing off Meyer, and Whoosh is attempting this horrible bomb jump, which is a bit tough to set up. In general, diagonal bomb jumps are tougher ones.
It does require some pretty precise setups, but the Ice Palace bomb jump is one of the first things you probably learn once you start getting relatively serious at this.
Yeah, then again, the one in Spectacle Rock is also quite pixel perfect.
Very true. And that's not diagonal, it's just against a wall.
Yeah, because of just how big that gap is, when you do the bomb jump, you want to clip into the wall to be able to make that a little bit of extra pixels down. It's weird, to say the least.
So we got the Fire Rod and Blind's hideout, we knew that already. The OK guy, after finishing off Armos, is now heading to Palace of Darkness, it looks like.
Yeah.
So the right side Ice Palace bomb jump, it seems like it's going to be more difficult, but it's actually like super easy. There's a very simple setup for it. All you have to do, so first you need to know how to do the spin setup. So basically, when you're going to spin the sword, you hold out the sword as if you're going to spin it. You start walking off the ledge. You then release the sword so you start spinning, and then... Or so you start spinning and then push in the opposite direction. As soon as you start spinning, you're on the last pixel. and so you just let go. So that puts you on the last pixel. You do that to get yourself on the bottom pixel in that room, and then you just face left drop the bomb and let it go.
Yeah. And we did see also Link Force messing a bit up on the spin sets here for Victor, so he's taking it a little bit slower. Oh, that lightning almost hit. Oh, he's one hand.
I was gonna say, where's your cape? Oh, wait.
Oh, look here, we have some hovering from the OK guy.
Oh, real close.
He was not able to succeed. That was very, very close.
It's always real impressive when you can get that going. I mean, even just getting across one or two gaps is pretty good. What did that hint say in Pod? Unique item
a
where?
unique item requires the hammer.
Uh-huh. Well, you know who's about to come up on a place that requires the hammer?
Yeah, Whoosh is. But generally, when I see that hint, my brain thinks immediately swamp.
Yeah, swamp. Also, parts of Ganon's tower are in that, so it could just be, debated.
Yeah. Velkin finishes off blind. Whoosh just started his cold stare fight.
We are being told that Voosh did pick up a sword here in Ice Palace, so there is that.
Oh, nice. Which means that we will have 4 swords today.
Mirror! Oh, the play is real! And Voosh picks up the mirror in Ice Palace. That's going to be required. Everybody's going to have to go do that pendant dungeon.
Wow. Okay, so either in Skullwoods then?
Very well could be possible.
Yeah, it looks right now. Every one of both Hera and Ice Palace had the items required, so it looks very much like it will be one where you have to dip all of the pendant on.
All right, Relkin about to pick up the bow. Link Force is heading up Death Mountain. I think he might know that he needs the cape now.
Yep.
I can't think of any reason he'd be doing this. Not without the Ether Medallion, anyway.
Nope. We did also see the OK guy doing the bomb jump, which has been done the hammer bomb jump.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Relkin is headed for Eastern. Voosh is going into Swamp Palace because now that we have the mirror, we can do that. Everybody's looking for something.
And there is red mail in pod.
All right.
Maximum defenses for us today.
And yet another bottle, as well as a small key on hand. I believe that means that... Well, I'm not sure how the key distribution has gone. But
It's
I
gonna
feel
have
like
to be a
there
key
has to
here.
be one. Yeah.
Yep.
It's also basically the OK's fastest way out of here toward Helmosaur, so... Like, there's no harm in getting it.
Yeah, he has not been to Ice Palace yet, so he couldn't just mirror out. But yeah, the coffee break for Link Force.
And it turns out, Ether Medallion, first chest of Swamp.
Oh. Okay. At least I didn't land curse.
It's a bit of a curse there, but Ice Palace being required just to get into Swamp to reach your go mode situations. Now, of course, Voosh is going to need to find the bow before go mode happens, but beyond that, that's basically all you need.
Yeah, the longer he waits with checking what's on Bumper Ledge, the more the others are going to be able to catch up.
Yeah, unfortunately, you won't be able to get into Turtle Rock before finishing Ice Palace. Or I guess, fortunately, you won't be able to do that. There's no way to debate yourself into Turtle Rock.
No, the perfect thing about this seed is that because you get all of the items outside of Turtle Rock, we can save Turtle Rock for as a last dungeon. But I think Whoosh might be baited up into Turtle Rock because there's so many times you find a bow there.
Yeah, there is that.
Ooh, a little bit of hammer strat against the second phase of Helma so far. Okay, guys. And look at Linkforce, he's heading into Skull Woods. Yeah, that is the 4th crystal for OK Guy.
Yeah, that is another unique item that's behind the hammer. But again, that could also be referring to the mirror, which was at Cold Stare.
Yep.
All right. So Voosh gonna go ahead and deal with Argus here using hooks and slashes, which is just a perfectly fine way of doing it.
Yeah. We do not see the zero strat here, but we do see Linkforce heading over to Bumper. So he's gonna pick up his bow as well.
Yeah, so Voosh has a major advantage with that mirror. The only problem is he doesn't have the bow, and the bow is gonna be quite a hindrance if he doesn't get up and check Bumper Ledge soon.
Yeah. He also needs to find Quake.
Alright, Voosh is gonna go ahead and check the contents of Bombo's tablet.
At the same time, it's okay, they're turning the purple chest. Yes, 50 rupees from the sky.
And the OK guy heading toward Misery Mire, that's gonna work out pretty well in his favor.
Whoosh shortly after him.
So Voosh sees the Quake Medallion requirement, and we'll see the Quake Medallion itself pretty quick. So we're going to see the OK guy and Voosh head through the same area at the same time.
Yep. Same time, Linkforce is delivering Jeremiah back to his home. Relking is in pod. But first, we're gonna see checkers from Whoosh.
Yep, because no one else has the mirror. 10 arrows in Checkerboard Cave as the OK guy heads into Mire 2.
That felt kind of a little bit like a little tease. Oh, you only need a bow? Here, have some arrows. Maybe you can throw them today.
Seems legit.
Yeah, you fight the victorious, just plocking up an arrow and throwing it.
So, the way this is looking, so this is basically the last crystal dungeon that the OK guy has access to. So he can finish this, and then he'll have the option of heading to some pendant dungeons. He'll either head to Skullwoods or Ice Palace, I imagine. Though he hasn't checked Hookshot Cave either, so he might get debated up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bow is in fact on Bumper Cave.
Well, considering that we didn't need Cape to be able to get into the Dark World, I'm okay with it.
Alright, the OK guy picking up the Tempered Sword here. Looks like Voosh will be picking up the Gold Sword here in Misery Mire. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So both of the top runners in Palace of Darkness, both of the bottom runners in Misery Mire. This has got to be a dream for our trackers.
Oh, it looks like Whoosh is gonna go mode Maya.
Uh-huh. Or he's at least going straight to Vitreous. I mean, Voosh can get into Turtle Rock. No one else can. So yeah, Voosh might get baited into Turtle Rock looking for the bow. No one will get baited into Turtle Rock looking for the mirror.
Ooh, Jelking taking a game over. It might have been one that was not an accident, though. Okay, victorious for Whoosh. I'm gonna use that dash strat you hinted at earlier.
With the half magic, this is not a problem at all.
Probably wish he had the bow, though. There we go, the fourth crystal for... And it's gonna be the fifth for OK Guy. Okay, that was probably the quickest victories I've ever seen.
Yeah, silver arrows are basically the king of killing Vitreous.
Yeah, but at the same time, that was very quick even with silvers.
I mean, I don't think anyone is going to deny that the OK guy has some pretty solid execution here. Like, he's pulling out some speed strats here that I wouldn't have ever even thought of. Like, getting spin hook speed in different places that I just didn't even think to even try. Bunch of things like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so Boosh, having finished off Vitreous, is going to go back and check the remaining chests for items, and he's going to find that tempered sword, and that'll probably prompt him to leave the building. As I believe that will be the second item.
Look at OK Guy. He might head up there to check pedestal.
Oh-ho! Well, I mean, we know it's dead, but that's... We know it's dead, but that's... How dead is the question.
We might see bombos here. That might hint to the OK Guy that he needs to head to Ice Palace. Nope,
just money. I mean, at this point, you might be thinking, okay, the mirror could be here.
Yeah. I can see that. Or Ether.
Alright, so the OK Guy heading to... looks like a Pyramid Fairy check is about to happen.
Yeah. And Whoosh is look like he's heading over to... he's gonna pick up his shovel, and then he might dip into Turtle Rock.
Alright, the OK Guy gonna check this Pyramid Fairy. We'll see this, and it does look like Voosh is going to take the Turtle Rock bait. Yeah, we know exactly where everything is. Big 20 and bombs in the Pyramid Fairy. And where's the OK Guy gonna head next? Oh-ho!
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, Roken, please.
Come back! Come back!
Alright, so the OK Guy looks like he's gonna head for... Oh! The Hookshot Cave. That Waffle House drive-thru over there.
Yeah. Velkin's gonna pick up his blue goo. Or as I called it earlier, the blueberry soup. But there is actually a soup which is blue. Have you heard about that one?
I have not, no.
It is potato and leek soup.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can use a type of blue seeds in that soup. So yeah, it's like bright blue as well. Is that one?
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that one day. I'm very interested to test it out.
And the OK Guy catches a fairy before heading to Hookshot Cave. Alright, Relkin now looks like the Ice Palace play might be happening.
Or he might just try to bait us again.
Alright, nope. Ice Palace for Relkin. That's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
He may actually be the first of our runners to actually get into go mode.
Yeah. It depends on where Whoosh decides to head after he's done in Turtle Rock. Oh no! Relkin, what are you doing? No!
Oh, come on!
The double tease against us.
killing me, Smalls.
Okay, he's gonna go and take Pyramid Fairy, I guess.
All right, Link Force also finishing up with the pod here on the same 5 crystals as the OK guy and Relkin. We'll see if he heads to Ice Palace soon.
You do need to finish off Eastern first, though. I'm gonna assume he's gonna head there now.
All right, I'm smart.
No, he's gonna go Dig Spot, maybe? Whoosh doing Mimic. Yes, a Heart Container. And I do like that the Shovel Dash as well. It was look.
Shovel Dash is pretty great, yeah.
However, don't do what I did when I tested it out. So what I did was that I accidentally dashed into the next screen. And that causes a soft lock.
I thought it was only when you had the shovel from the shovel game.
Yes.
Yeah, if you dash with the shovel from the shovel game into the next room, then you no longer have the shovel, and it's like, I don't know what to do. Okay, Relkin, once again, going into Ice Palace.
Okay, third time's a charm. I did also like what I also saw in the set. Everyone is like, nope, 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 EP. And OK guy also doing some dashing with the shovel. Looks like OK guy is also gonna head into Ice Palace now.
Alright, so it's gonna be a pretty close race between Relkin and the OK guy here to get that mirror. Voosh, on the other hand, is going to have the unfortunate problem of not getting the bow in here. Though he is going to be able to clear the dungeon, so at least he's going to have that going for him.
Yeah, at the same time though, the others will be able to go mode his dungeon.
Though Voosh will be able to go mode pod, there's that.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I missed that second hint before when Whoosh was there. And I have to say, that is a pretty irritating hint. At the same time good, but irritating, because we're gonna have to assume that the runners have already checked that.
What is it? What did it say? I'm sorry, I missed it too.
A piece of heart is locked behind green pendant.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty great. The Ether Medallion was in Swamp Palace in the first available chest, the one after the key, of course.
Yep. Okay, Whoosh, where are we going now? Are we going to Skullwoods or are we gonna take Bumpy Ledge?
If Voosh can avoid going to Palace of Darkness, he can stave off disaster. Otherwise, probably going to lead to him falling behind.
Ooh, hover!
Oh, nicely done. That is a relatively small gap to hover over, but it's still a non-trivial exercise.
Yeah, especially because of that fire bar.
For those of you who don't know how hovering works, the idea is you start charging a dash, and then when you have released the button, you have one frame to move, and then you have to push the button again or you'll fall. So you have to release the button for 1 frame at a time. Now you can hold the button down for longer than that, but the release time has to be exactly 1 frame. So you kind of like slide your fingers back and forth over the button real quick, leaving enough time for the button to unpress for just a fraction of a second.
Yeah, you basically need to have a controller to be able to do that. Me, who plays on a keyboard, is out of luck.
Alright, Whoosh checking Super Bunny Cave, I imagine Hookshot, and Spike Cave, and then once that happens, we'll get to see where he decides to go next.
It's gonna be interesting to see where he exactly goes. Oh, it looks like OK Guy is doing another hover.
Well, he was trying there. Oh!
Oh! And that's why you don't try to look too good.
The OK Guy gets the good old iced tea room, and it's going to head to the right side of ice. Wonder if he tries to hover this other room.
Come on. We're gonna have to assume he's gonna do it at this point.
I like how the hint about the fire rod is in Ice Palace.
Yeah. Basically, the seed expected you, and the hint system expected you to have bombos here then.
Okay, Whoosh. Looks like he's entering the Dark World at the south portal here, which kind of indicates to me that he might dip Pod. Which is unfortunate.
It would be unfortunate, yes.
Oh, no, he's heading left.
K45. Yeah, he's not on Stumpy yet. Oh,
I think he might have done Stumpy, but he hasn't done the dig spot.
Okay, so he's then chaining dig spot and the K45 then.
Alright, Link Force also going into Ice Palace, so nobody getting baited by Skull Woods, interestingly enough.
And I think at least one of them have already been there, but did not finish off the dungeon. Okay, Relking is gonna go into go mode in just a minute. It's gonna be pretty quick because he has the gold sword. And there we go.
The gold sword makes that fight just so simple. And the mirror required for Relkin, that's go mode at 128.43 approximately.
Very nice find for him indeed. And OK Guy is gonna be just after him as well.
Wait, it's not go mode. He needs the ether.
You're gonna have to assume he's gonna get that next.
I mean, he's gonna get it, because you're gonna go right to Swamp here, and it'll be the first thing you open. But it's like automatic go mode. Well, no, he's not going straight to Swamp.
Oh, maybe it is.
Oh, he changed his mind.
Maybe the game ate one of his inputs. Yeah, he's heading to Swamp.
Alright, I will retract my go mode announcement for the next minute or so.
And Whoosh is heading to Skullwoods. At least he's staying away from Pod.
Yeah, that is better than going to Pod, and of course, after he finishes up here, the next logical place to go is to check Bumper Ledge, because it's right next door.
Jelkin is not heading to Swamp. He's heading and doing the mirror locations first. So, okay, guy is gonna be our first one who is go mode.
Oh.
Nope, he follows him as well.
Debated again!
Stop debating me! This is the 5th time I get rebaited on this broadcast. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything now. I'm gonna wait and see first. Good
going to Bombo's tablets.
Good thing I didn't say anything this time.
The debate is real, y'all. And okay guy also going to Bombo's tablets.
What's up with undodging Swamp? You had 6 items, come on!
I mean, when you're looking for just the one item, you're gonna be real mad if you go into Swamp and it turns out to be there afterwards.
I guess.
Alright, so Relkin now officially going into Swamp, and go mode is imminent.
We're gonna take the pedestal at the same time.
They did get a hint about left side Swamp being useless. Yes, that was in Tower of Hera.
Yes. The one hint I would like to see in Third Rock right now would be you needed the ether to enter this.
I think the Turtle Rock hint actually was some bombs require a big red bomb.
I just said what I wanted to see.
There's ether for Relkin, and that is official go mode at 1 hour 32 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yes, finally. And Whoosh is finally gonna pick up his bow as well.
Alright, so his go mode is coming up pretty soon as well.
Go mode for the K guy as well. And Whoosh is go mode just short of 133.
And he busts out the mirror, which I'm assuming he's going to flute and head directly to 5.
Yeah. The good thing though is that the pod can be go mode today. And the Eastern is also pretty go mode quick.
So Voosh still has a couple of dungeons to complete, but they are going to be a little shorter, I think, altogether than the 2 dungeons that the other 2 runners have to complete. Though Swamp is real quick, the way it is, but Turtle Rock is not.
Yeah. The Rock you basically have to nearly do the same as you do with the Chief Town. You have to, you can't really go mode it. If they would find the big key early, sure, then you can go mode it, but otherwise no.
Alright, so Relkin still slightly ahead of the OK guy heading into the Argus fight. Buttersword here, you can actually just kind of hold your sword out and do some hook shots. We may get to see the OK guy do some of that. Yep, there we go.
This is such beautiful. He was so sort of be able to finish it as well.
Yeah, the It's definitely RNG whether or not you're able to pull off the zero cycle on Argus, just because there's only so many ways. Like there's certain movements he can make, and so Relkin is gonna finish Swamp Palace about 6 seconds ahead of the OK guy.
Yeah. And there we have the mirror for Link Force as well.
And Voosh has acquired a big key and a small key and is headed directly to Helmasaur.
Yes. Then he can just mirror over to Easton. So he's gonna be pretty quickly in with all the crystals as well. Yeah, actually look at this. The OK guy is ahead now.
I'm just gonna have to ask him, hey, why are you so good?
Yeah. His name is false advertisement at this point.
Why you gotta be so good? Why you gotta be so dexterous?
Yeah, he's gonna rename himself to the good guy. Oh, I like that name actually, the decent good guy. The decently good guy.
Alright, Relkin is opening Turtle Rock Portal for the first time, and both runners are opening the dungeon for the first time. I don't know if he wants to be the guy.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you would basically be trapped in a death simulator. I don't want to be the guy.
So, funny story, I had my, I was teaching a game development class this semester, and I had my students play I Want to Be the Guy as part of the class.
Oh, that's pretty evil. But I do like it. So, Whoosh have now only Easton left. It's gonna be pretty close between these three runners. But yeah, go mode for Link Force now as well.
So Voosh should be able to speed through Eastern in a pretty big...
Yeah, Eastern is one of those palaces which just goes by so quickly when you have the boots. Is that one swamp and the desert, as well as pod. Those are basically the three I consider being.
I was gonna say, wait, has Voosh not been in here yet? But no, he just went the wrong way.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's kind of like muscle memory.
It's like how some people will skip this chest right here, based on muscle memory from NMG.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a slight advantage here to Whoosh. He seems to be a little bit ahead of the others at this point.
I think it's going to be very close. I think Voosh and the OK guy could be opening Ganon's Tower at roughly the same time.
We have to see. And look at the lead that OK guy has put himself up to. He's a whole room ahead of Jelking at this point. Okay, where are you going? You don't need to do this.
I think he might be going just to check and get a key, see if there's a key in this chest.
Ah, okay then.
Yeah, that way you don't have to go to Laser Bridge.
Okay then. Yeah, the Red King is gonna do the same.
And Voosh has finished off Eastern, is gonna head to Death Mountain.
So guys, quick, get your guesses in. No, 1 to 22. That's where, is any of those is where the big key can be. Where are you gonna think it's gonna be today, Bob?
Well, my traditional guess is 14 because along the traditional route that is Bob's chest. Now I say Bob's chest, it's not really my chest. It's Bob the Sprite. Bob, the nickname Bob came along well before I started playing Randomizer.
Yeah, absolutely. I am gonna say number 17 then. I'm gonna say yeah Isamos.
All right, Voosh heading through Paradox Cave. The OK guy heading up to Trinax. As we stated, this is going to be a very, very close race.
Yeah, absolutely. And behind the back strats for the OK guy.
And he gets the 0 cycle. Well done.
Yeah, beautiful.
And as we can see, Voosh heading to GT ever so slightly ahead of the OK guy, so we will be using his count.
Yeah, we're gonna see he posted that screen at 34, so he's gonna have to see we can see exactly how far ahead he is at this point. "32 seconds."
Yeah, and 32 seconds is definitely something that can be made up in Ganon's Tower, so especially given the execution we've seen today.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
Powder.
number one is Powder, number 2 is Big 20, and we're gonna see the standard for Whoosh at least for what we see now. He might mirror in the Staffos room and then go right.
Alright, Piece of Heart on the torch.
And Relkin is now also rushing to GT.
The OK guy has also entered Ganon's Tower, so it's a pretty exciting close race.
Yeah. And was no key right side, so they have to funnel into the left side. Number 4 is the key, number 5 is the map, number 6 is another small key, and number 7 is another big 20. And we are gonna see the standard one for Whoosh.
Heading straight on towards the left side. Alright, so the fire bar room where the map chest is next. It's going to be number 8. Big 20. All right.
We see the gap closing slowly between OK Guy and Whoosh.
And the fire snake room here is the small key.
Yep, that was number 9.
So that does make tile room live. We have found 3 keys in those first 9 chests. There, that means that tile room could have the big key.
Yeah. Okay, time for random room. That is 10 through 13.
Number 10, compass. Number 11, full heart. Number 12, big 20. Number 13, bombos.
I was wondering where that one was. But just look at OK Guy's execution. He's slowly catching up to Whoosh. And I do like it. All of Relkin also doing standard. So I do like it right now. The nice
Very
bonk
nice
strat there.
Exactly. All right, Bob's chest coming up next.
No, he's gonna use powder.
That's all right. He just teleports across the room. 10 arrows in Bob's chest. Time for Ice Armos.
Yes.
We got silvers. This will be pretty quick. Very nicely done by Voosh.
Okay, number 15, we have a Big 20, number 16, Heart Container, and number 17, Bomb.
All right, so it's right side or bust. There are 4 chests in the that one room, the compass room, and there's also tile room.
Yes.
Who knows what we'll see first?
Only time will tell.
I mean, given my count, I might consider tile room, but we'll see.
It is gonna be right side first.
Oh, slightly missing the bonk, the dash, cane dash thing to get that switch. There we go. Getting the swag dash.
Ooh, okay, guys, doing the tile room.
Okay, we will see. The okay guy going for tile room. Oh, it's in this room. There it is.
Yeah, number 19.
Yeah, once you see a small key in one of those rooms with 4 chests, you know, or in either that room or rando room, you know the big key's also in there. So the okay guy is getting slightly debated here by tile room.
And we have one person who gets right. Is Monkey Boy. Congratulations. You win a year supply of unlimited rando seed. Yeah, I was there. We see a game over there, fortunately for Link Force, as he is progressing through Turtle Rock.
Luckily, he did take the outside path there to give him a starting point.
Yep.
And Voosh now heading into the gauntlet as the okay guy picks up the big key in the first possible chest here. He is going to go ahead and search for that other small key and open some other chests for no reason. Seems good.
Well, he wanted 22 to ones down here, apparently.
Yeah, he's like, well, I picked up all the other ones, why not?
Yeah, they're gonna feel lonely otherwise.
All right, Voosh, now into room number 3 of the gauntlet, or 5.
Relking has actually is really close now as well. Look at them.
Oh, the okay guy in Relkin, the sync is real.
Yeah. This is amazing. You can almost believe it was the same stream.
All right, Voosh now heading into the Wizrobe rooms, which are my favorite.
Yeah, these 2 rooms can look so beautiful. Just like that one. Ah. Okay, time for the tourist room.
Plenty of magic, so no real problems here. Oof, getting a little bodied.
Yeah, I was knocked off by the firebar there. I have to wait for the torch now to go out.
That's going to give the OK guy a little bit of time to catch up here, as he does manage to take down Landmo ahead of Rel.
Yeah.
Voosh employing some bonk strats to get lined up with that torch. Very interesting. I've never seen that before.
That's actually stats that I use. I do like it as well. Ooh, missed the bomb, giving the OK guy even more leeway. And Relking miss the cane block there. That looks like it's gonna be between Whoosh and OK guy.
Alright, Moldorm 2 down for Voosh, while the OK guy has made it to the room prior. We're refilling on magic and just heading on as well. Heading directly to Aga for Voosh. This will be an Aga 2 fight. Could gain or lose some time here as well, as the OK guy has a very clean, very quick Moldorm 2 fight. Oh, double.
Starting off with a double. Could have been a triple there.
Gets a little trolled by some blue balls.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if OK guy is able to nail that one. Another double.
Oh!
A little bit out of sync.
Gotcha. But that'll do it.
Another double for OK guy. A single there for OK guy. A double. Relking heading into his Aga 2 fight, and a single for the OK guy.
So the OK guy finishes one cycle earlier than Voosh.
And a triple for Relking.
Nice. Again, crashing through the hole at 152.11 on Voosh's screen.
A single for Relking.
And at 152.28 on the OK guy.
And Relking is done with Aga 2 as well.
My goodness.
What a race. Phase 3 for Whoosh. I am right now at the edge of my seat. The OK guy getting some bonks as well as he heads into phase 3.
We're just like, Ganon, please. Ganon, please.
Ganon do likes to jump today.
Alright. The OK guy avoided those fire bats that Voosh did not. One
Phase
arrow
4.
for Voosh. 2 arrows for Voosh.
Not really a place where you can get doubles, unfortunately. That is not the 4th arrow.
He's getting...
That is the 4th arrow for him. A double for the OK guy.
Oh, he almost had the triple and it would have been within mere seconds.
And the torch glitch was missed from the OK guy. Whoosh, finishing it off with an official time of 1:54.2. That gives him 10th place in this race. The OK guy is also done. Jelking is shortly behind him. They have a double for Jelking to finish it off. The OK guy comes in with 1:54.23. That earns him 11th place. And Relking finishes off a 12th place with 1:54.35. And we are joined by Whoosh. GG.
Man, I messed up so bad in the beginning.
Well, I mean, there were issues all over the place, let me tell you.
Oh, for sure.
But very nicely done on that front. You were, of course, the first of our runners to make the dip into Ice Palace for that mirror.
Oh. Yeah, at that point, by the time I had access to Dark World, I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna get last place, what's last place plus like 5 minutes? I have the stuff to full clear Ice Palace. Can't full clear anything else. I'm going in.
And I imagine you might have been thinking, the hints might help or something, but...
Oh, of course they would. Why would they not help this time? Ice Palace is usually so good.
Well, the last hint in there, I think, was the one that said there was a unique item behind the hammer, which could have been the mirror.
True.
But yeah, very nicely done.
Thanks. I couldn't, like, when I was up in Hera at the beginning, and I was like, okay, I still have a big handful of places to look for the Moon Pearl. Like, I'm not going to the basement right now. And I think I went like almost instantly to Eastern, and I found the Magic Cape hidden in Eastern. And I was like, okay, wait, no, I have the mitts, I have the hammer. The Moon Pearl has to be here. So I kept looking and looking.
We did see you sit there and like...
Yes, after I beat Aga.
Yeah, you were like you went back into Mini Moldorm Cave thinking, wait, did I forget this or something?
Yeah,
and
then
then
I forgot to talk to the
NPC.
NPC.
You finally quit, and then we were like, oh, he figured it out. The Lumberjack Cave.
What happened is, in my practice seeds recently, I've been doing Lumberjack check at the beginning. But today, for some reason, I got to that point where I'd either have to go Lost Woods or Lumberjack, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to Lost Woods. There's never anything on Lumberjack. And then, so I checked it off in my head. I don't use a map tracker, so I just checked off Lumberjack in my head. And, that cost me a good, 10 minutes.
Yeah, very, very well played with that Ice Palace play. It does sound like we have been joined by the OK guy as well. My goodness. So, with the way the seed, messed around with you, it feels like you should have finished a lot worse than you did, but your execution was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I felt like from the point where I didn't find the Moon Pearl on the pyramid up through the rest of the stream, I was kind of just tilted. I was like, I'm glad.
Oh man, what's up, guys?
Hey, GG.
What's up, okay guy? GG.
Thanks. That was a really fun seed, but I need to start ignoring hints, I swear.
What particular hint was it that baited you?
Some important item is behind hammer, or hidden, behind hammer. So I was like, oh, what else could that be? And then it got down to I think Mimic Cave, and I was like, well, I need both items for that place, so I got baited.
So one of the things about that is Mimic Cave. If something is Mimic Cave, it will always be its own hint. So the hammer hint doesn't go for that one. It's something you have to know from actually looking into the hint logic, and that's not something that everybody's already done. So
I see. So it's not that I need to ignore hints, I just need to learn them, really. That's good to know.
So the quote unique items that were behind the hammer in this seed, there were a few. There was the mirror, of course. There was the Cane of Burna, which was in the big chest of swamp, and I think Bombos would have also qualified.
Speaking of swamp, by the end of the seed, all I cared about was please let me go mode swamp. That's all I ask of this seed. And it gave it to me in the first chest. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks, seed.
So that's why you went and did K45 and Bombo's tablet beforehand? You're just like,
exactly.
No, I want to go mode it. And Relkin, who was who was a little bit in front of you at that point, all did the same thing. So
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you guys were like maybe 6 or 7 seconds between each other at that point.
Holy moly. Sounds like a good
Yeah.
race.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
this was great. All three of you guys finished within 35 seconds of each other. It was a very very
That's
close race.
crazy.
That's so awesome. Oh, so I could have won on the restream if I didn't mess up Agon and Blue Walls. I missed one of my shots and just sat there. Oh, goodness.
I would say you could have won if you didn't decide to do a tile room.
Oh, yeah.
The tile room.
Yeah.
Oh,
I always
God.
do. I always do. Well, at that point in GT, I'm like, okay, it's already over 8 minutes of this
Yeah.
dungeon. Why? Just get tile room out of the way, whatever.
Yeah, and I mean with the way the key count was, it was possible at that point.
Oh, for sure. But I'm going to get out of here, let you guys talk to everybody else. Good game, everybody. And thanks for putting this on, as always. Later, guys.
Yeah,
And
and
it
we are joined by Jelking as well. GG.
Hey guys.
Man, what a race.
Yeah, I did not realize that we were so close there at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
but-
super close.
Yeah, you and OK Guy traded places coming out of Swamp because you were 6 seconds ahead of him finishing off Argus, but he was just so much quicker up to Turtle Rock.
Ah. If I hadn't died in Eastern on my first trip through, then that would have changed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've got Link Force pulling up on Moldorm 2 here. So yeah, this seed was not the world's most friendly seed. I'll tell you that. Voosh, of course, here managed to dip into Ice Palace early, so he had the mirror for the longest time, but that also led him to completing Turtle Rock before finding the bow.
Ooh.
Actually, look at Whoosh and Velkin's complete time. That tells a whole different story.
Yeah, the in-game time. 152 for Voosh and 150 for Relkin, so...
But who's the real winner is my question.
Relkin, did you save abuse the mushroom or something?
Yeah, I did.
That explains the difference.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
cane and mushroom really early. So I got the fake powder before I turned it in.
Well, I wanted to use the mushroom for some fake powder shenanigans and Mire, if you didn't know.
Oh yeah, we saw some of that. Link Force now finishing off Aga 2, gonna head to the Ganon fight as well.
Yeah, one other thing also you three guys also did was that you did the exact same route in GT, except for the OK Guy doing a tile room before doing the firelocked ones.
I'm mad at myself because I usually go right, even if I go right first. I usually go right after finding a bunch of keys in DM's room.
I'm content with my routing there because I'll always check the first two chests. I'll never go right. It just like almost never pays off for me.
So the way I do it is I will go right if I have found 3 keys after the Stalfos room.
Right.
And by 3 I mean 3 in chests, not including the one in the pot. So yeah, there are various routes you can take, and some of them are good, some of them are not so good, and all of them can be great depending on the actual placement.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, Link Force now on the final fight in Phase 4, gets a double shot. Ganon was not friendly today, I'll tell you that much.
How many teleports was that on the first hit?
I believe the answer to that question is too much.
Yeah, very too much.
Yeah, we didn't count. We didn't think it would be that many.
I think it was 6 or 7. Link Force coming in, finishing off. He's going to finish in 19th place with an official time of 1 hour or 2 hours, 4 minutes and 54 seconds.
Whoa, did he save off 1 hour there on the Ganon?
It's like, yeah, that'd be pretty great. So coming in about 10 minutes behind the rest of our runners, but still a well-played situation. And of course, Link Force is the runner who skipped out on the cape the first time in Hera.
However, he was still the first one to make it to Dark World because he faked flippered to the hope.
So he had Dark World access first, but he skipped the cape, and when he went to go check Bumper Cave, he was like, really? Really? Though I think when he saw Bumper Cave, he didn't actually have the hint from Eastern. So he dipped Eastern, got the hint, and he was like, oh, what?
Such a bad feeling. I hated that hint.
Yeah, it's not particularly great.
Actually, for this year, I'm gonna have to say he is pretty great because logically, you want to have one sword and the cape today to be able to do Aga 1. So today, I'm gonna make an exception for that hint.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah, if you stayed in logic, then you would have been able to get the bow the second you saw it. But that all depends on you actually staying in logic, and who does that? Let's be honest.
Yeah, the logic is boring.
I mean, I tried this run, kinda. Didn't do any great.
Yeah, well, see, I got my sword out of logic, and that helped me get through Aga 1 better.
Yeah, I kinda wish I did that too.
To have one sword and the cape today to be able to do Aga 1. So today, I'm gonna make an exception for that hint. Okay, apparently I heard myself double now.
Yeah, if you stayed in logic, then you would have been able to get the bow the second you saw it. But that all depends on you actually staying in logic, and who does that? Let's be honest.
Yeah, the logic is boring.
I mean, I tried this run.
I think we have accidentally created a loop.
See, I got my sword out of logic. and
It's-
that helped me get through Aga 1 better.
It's a time loop. We're stuck in a thing. Let's Oh, I see what the problem is. There we go.
Thank you, Bob. You saved us.
Yeah, we needed to mark Link as done so it would stop playing his audio. There we go.
Well, nothing is as good as compared to a time paradox.
And it sounds like we are being joined by the last of our runners here, Link Force Zero. Congratulations on finishing.
Thank you.
You don't sound particularly thrilled with your performance. It was still pretty great considering what this seed did to you.
Yeah. This has been like the first seed in a while that I've done. Also, I did do a seed in the exact same spot.
Link Force, I think you need to disconnect and go in again real quick because your mic sounds robotic.
Hello, testing.
All right.
That any
So
better?
yeah, well, it's okay. You're having a little bit of a connection issue, but we'll just make do.
Okay.
So what thing was in the exact same spot?
The bow.
The bow. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one just really got you because logically, you actually needed the cape to get to Aga because that second sword was on, flipper locked on Hobo.
Oh. I forgot about that.
So the cape had to have been available, which was good, but it was in that basement of Hera, which of course I imagine you found out when you read the hint in Eastern. You were
Yeah,
like, really?
and no, I was like, okay. that I don't really need it. And then I saw the bow, and I'm like, oh, dang it.
Yep. Sometimes you kind of do, unfortunately.
Mirror was trolly.
Yeah, Mirror was pretty impressive. Voosh was the one runner who decided to go to Ice Palace early and got that, but he didn't have the bow yet, so he went and cleared Turtle Rock without the bow.
Ouch. It seemed like all the other runners finished at like the exact same time. And then me 10 minutes later.
Yeah, just that one
Yeah.
unfortunate sequence at the beginning just kind of really got you, because you were definitely the first person to get the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, because I
By
saw
far.
it. I saw it, I'm like, okay, Aga's requiring keep lantern, then I'll go.
So yeah, very, very well done. Just gotta get that. Had to make sure that the cape happened, and that was all. That was all she wrote. I mean, I was real surprised there was nothing in Turtle Rock, because we got all the items for Turtle Rock super early.
I know,
Oh,
that's what I
super.
thought.
Except for of course the Ether Medallion to actually get in,
Oh,
which was most people's go mode.
yeah.
So, is there anything
Yeah,
else
that
you'd
annoyed
like
the
to
crap out
say
of me.
about this? Oh, go.
I'm saying, yeah, that annoyed the crap out of me too.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Turtle Rock is calling my name. Why can't I get in? Anyway, but yeah, is there anything else you guys would like to say before we wrap things up here?
No.
Just want to say thanks for doing the commentary. I hope that we did a fun race for it. And it was fun.
Yeah, very well played to all four of you. Once again, I want to thank all of our runners, Link Force, Relkin, the OK Guy, and Voosh for putting on an excellent show today. I would also like to thank our illustrious trackers, which were Wall Kicks and... Oh, I feel dumb.
The Alan Heffley.
The Alan Heffley, yes. Those were our other... That was the other tracker. I'm bad, sorry. And of course, my co-commentator, Angels. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you too. Coming up next on Speed Gaming, we have at 5 p.m. it is the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. That is just such an amazing one to see. As well, later on tonight at 8 p.m. we have the league match between Sphere 50 and 2 Pearl 2 Furious. That is a Lake Hylia, and that one is just so stacked. So that is definitely one very important match to see. Later on as well, over at Speed Gaming 3, it is the daily race, and that one is gonna be standard. So that one is also gonna be great, I bet.
All right. So once again, for all of us here at the Speed Gaming Network, I will just say that I have been Dr. Bobtastic, and thank you all for watching. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, guys.